Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is an extremely exciting song to record on a Friday. Happy almost weekend to you all. SM Town projects are some of my favorite little project things that anybody does. And this one has a special soft spot in my heart because it's at the SM Classics branch of the SM Town projects. In fact, this one isn't just any ordinary SM Classics rearrangement. This is the Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra's rearrangement of the 2007 Girls' Generation masterpiece, their debut masterpiece, a song that swept the nation, Dashimanan Sege, better known as Into the New World. It has been 16 years since this song released. I don't actually know when the specific date was when this song dropped, but it has been in calendar years 16 years since Into the New World dropped. And SM Classics have partnered up with the Seoul Philharmonic Orchestra to make a recreation and a rearrangement in orchestral form. Oh, the just my expectations are through the roof with this. For those of you who didn't know, I played violin in a string orchestra since 4th grade, going all the way into 2nd year of undergrad. So I played for 10, 11 years until I had to stop because of time constraints with my degree. I have such a soft spot for orchestral music. It was such a big part of my childhood growing up was music. I ramble on about how I was in chamber choir and things like that, but in my core, my musical upbringing was around classic orchestra, whether it was classical or whether it was in pit for school musicals and things like that. So I'm going to absolutely love this no matter what happens to it because one, it's an iconic song, and two, it's an orchestral arrangement of it. I'm not going to like it. So let's just jump right into it. Here we go. Oh, pomp and circumstance. How are they gonna tie pomp and circumstance into the New World? I love the dramaticism already. All that swell from the shoulder strings. Yes, the slide camera. My favorite trombone section part. Ooh! Take it jazzy in verse 2. Shout out my guy, Principal Violin. Hell yeah. I love that different instruments are getting the lead on the choruses as well, because they all have such different colors to their tone. I love that the piano isn't just an accompaniment tool, but it's actually giving lead elements as well. Oh, repeat that motif! There it is. And then straight off at the end. Wow, that's loud. Apologies if this outro just absolutely blew your ears out there like if mine did. Oh. Oh, I love SM classics. Oh, I have like a tear in my eye. Hold on. Oh. Man. Here's the thing. This was never going to be a one-for-one recreation of Into the New World. Orchestral arrangements are never one-of-one remakes. Not if they're done properly. But oh my god. Look. There's no real good way to talk about orchestral arrangements coming from a pop music standpoint. You have to have a classical mind to break down classical music, because it's just a different kettle of fish. Having said that, wow, I'm lost for words. The thing is, when you listen to a classical piece, you really feel the ebbs and swells of the song and like what type of energy they put into it. So like throughout the song, you could like when the song got really like nice and quiet, you can really feel that. And once you got the song to like build up in power, you could really feel that. That is something that classic orchestras are really good at. And whenever like I was in classical orchestras, dynamics are so important to a piece, because if you think about it, let's approach Into the New World just as like a case study, for example, the original SNSD version of Into the New World. You have your instrumental part, whether, I don't know how deep the original instrumental part would have been, like maybe 2 parts. We'll count it as 2 parts. You've got your bass, got your percussion line, and then you've got 1 or maybe 2 vocal parts. So in grand total, you have roughly 6 moving parts at once. When you take it to... I need a wide shot of the orchestra. Oh, that's not a great still frame, but okay, so already on screen here, shall we start pointing them out? We have first violin from going left to right in the front. We have first violin. Second violin would be right behind the conductor. You've got your violas next to your cellos on the very right. Basses would be off behind the cellos, way in the corner. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 sections already. You've got French horn behind the second violin. You've got harp behind or in between first and second violin. You've got piccolo, you've got flute, you've got clarinet, you've got oboe. Um, you'll have trumpet and trombone behind it. We've got cymbals, you got timpani, bass drum, you've got xylophone. You've got drum kit, which is I think tucked away way in the corner. Essentially, I lost track. I think there's 12, 13, 14, 17 or 18 different sections, or at least the ones that I could name right off the bat. That's a lot of moving parts. And out of those like 17 different sections within the orchestra, probably about 10 of them are capable of carrying the main motif. And with that number of moving parts and that number of just like instruments, you really need to prioritize what sound takes front and center. That's why dynamics are so important in orchestra, because you don't want the main line being overshadowed by the background or accompaniment, if you will. And that's why when you feel the ebbs and flows of an orchestra, it's not just one singular part that's doing, it's the full product of the collective effort that everyone is putting in emphasizing the strength of the dynamics within the piece. And you really feel that dynamic change when you listen to an orchestral piece, regardless of what it is. Like, this could have been Dvorak's New World Symphony. This could have been Pachelbel's Canon. This could have been Swan Lake. It doesn't matter. Dynamics in orchestra is so important. I just want to listen to this final chorus again, please. Repeat the motif, key change. And this is a little accelerando. Yes! It started off with like Edgar's Pomp and Circumstance. I had no idea how they were going to tie it into the New World into it. And they tied it in so brilliantly. And then they had such a concerto-esque outro segment that they tacked on to the end of it. Very classical concerto for there to be a little motif with an accelerando leading into the that's a very typical way to end a classical concerto piece. I love that they added that at the end because it really like ties the entire project together. Like it, an orchestral version of Into the New World would have been fine if it had it ended where the normal song would. But the fact that they added the little coda element and the little finale segment to it really just made it not just an orchestral version, but a Seoul Philharmonic SM Classics collaboration orchestral piece. This wasn't a cover anymore. This was a full-on rearrangement, and I Loved it. Oh my goodness, my cheekbones hurt from smiling so much. I'm gonna have that song on repeat for such a long time. It's so good. And it makes me miss playing violin too. Man. But that's it from me today. Hopefully you all enjoyed that as much as I did. Man. But that's it from me today. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy and want to see more, channel icon is up there. You can find the back catalog of stuff I watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you don't watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time,